Good morning. So I know a lot of you guys have been wondering about my parts washer that I do a lot of the cleaning of my bearings and greasy bits that are all over the bike. Well, today I'm going to give it a little cleaning and I'm going to tell you about it and give you a little tour and I guess my feedback. I've had it for about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years and I'm finally cleaning it today. Going to give it some new get it filled up with some new solvent and show you guys kind of the features about it. Should be a short video, but I know some of you guys have been wondering what's going on with that parts washer. So here it is today. So here it is. It's pretty simple. It has a fold down working surface and a pump that's inside that runs, this here brush. After about the whole time I've had it, I have the same brush. It's starting to get a little frazzled, but we'll get you a little closer look here. My collection of brushes, which along with this brush, which I need to get a new head, it works really well. I'll plug it in here and show you. You turn it on. The fluid comes out as you squirt it. Then you can wash your parts. And then, I have these pretty cool brushes here that I bought. There's OXO brushes. These two are kind of my favorites. There's a small one and a big one that I use. And along with some old toothbrushes and some old solvent brushes and so forth. Just use those. I also have a couple of stainless steel containers that I use to put like ball bearings and so forth in, which that works out pretty good. I don't know where I got these, but these things come in pretty handy. So inside here, if we pull this out, is the solvent bath. And this stuff is nasty right now because I think I've got probably, 40, 50 bikes that I've done worth of grease down in there. So what happens is when you clean the parts here, the fluid comes down, it oozes off and goes back in here, and there's a pump that's over in here, and there's a little filter, which I'll take that and clean it out, and it pumps the fluid back in. And right now that is just saturated with nasty. So we're going to have to drain it out and clean it and get it replenished with some fresh stuff. Okay, so the drain for this is down here. So I kind of set this up between these two workbenches so I got something in here. And we'll get a tub and drain it out. Ah, I was afraid of that. this wasn't big enough. All right, let's try this again. All right. So I guess my first review is this thing's not easy to drain. Or at least I'm just doing it like an idiot. All right. Now that mess is cleaned up, let's look at this mess. Let's see what we got going on down here. Yeah. This. Well, that's solvent in there. There's probably a 1/4 inch worth of goo from cleaning bikes over the years. Not very fun, but let's get it cleaned up. All right, it's getting cleaner. Not quite there yet, but what I did end up doing is I stuck the container underneath with a little ladder and opened the drain, and I kind of scooped everything out. So got it to that point. That was the easiest way to get everything out. Obviously, I'm doing this so when if you guys have one of these, you'll know what not to do is what I did. Making a big mess on the floor. Yeah, exactly. It was a learning process. All right, now let's get into this here. A couple screws back here. Actually take this filter, since most of the stuff heavies come in low. I just want to flip it over. Okay, so just as I suspected, most of the stuff comes in down low. So yeah, we'll squeeze that into here. Kind of get some of the nasty out of it. Not necessarily going to clean it, because I'm just going to take it and flip it over. So it'll be like this for the next however many years. Which should be fine. Okay, one more thing is I'm glad I took this pump out, only because back here is a lot of other nasty stuff that needs to come out and get cleaned. So just kind of, I want to get a fresh start, because this thing has been invaluable to me. It's been great. Well, that was a little loose. So we'll give that a tighten, make sure everything's cool. All right, got things all, for the most part, wiped down and clean. I'm going to put this pump back in here, secure it. Pump is secure. Okay. Put this cover back on. that slides onto. Put the wire back up there. And then these 3 screws attach. And then this little plate slides there. Clean up the drain plug, put that back in. This is like changing oil in your car. I imagine if you're watching this channel, you're one of the few people that still changes the oil in your car. Oh, there we go. So, there we go. It's all clean. Okay, so one of the things you can't clean in here is in between this and the outer of this door, which is kind of the magic of the whole thing. Obviously the solvent goes through the holes and then it leaks back, goes back into here. It's on a little bit of an angle. And obviously you can't get in between there to clean it. So, because it's welded together, but that's fine. It's dirty in there and it'll just flow. But generally, I think it's ready for another 7 or 8 years of work. I mean, the pump's held out. That's the main thing. The pump's held out, and the nozzle is held out. Obviously the brush wore out because I used it so much. Oh, and then there's a light. So let me show you this. So, along with the on-off button, there's a light, and it's up here. The bulb went out, but that's not a reflection of the quality of this thing. It's just a bulb that went out, so I got to get in there and replace that too sometime. But I have pretty good lighting in here in the shop, so it hasn't really bothered me that it doesn't work. All right, so I think you can put just about any solvent you want in here. You can put, there's a PB blaster, there's you can put mineral spirits in here, whatever you want in this thing. I prefer this stuff, this PSC 1000. It is from Tractor Supply. At this time in 2023, this I think it was right around $50 for a gallon of this, or for 5 gallons of this. And the last time I bought this, it lasted me up until now. So you're probably looking at 5 to 7 years of use. And the only reason you have to replenish it sometimes is because obviously you get the parts off it. You're wiping it down, and some of the solvent comes off on the parts as you go. And I don't think much of it evaporates too much in here. So, anyways, let's get it filled up. Pull this out so I have a good visual. Let's go around and just pour it in. Holds quite a bit. And I have some spare for later on to top it off. As you can see, it's already a little dirty, obviously just from rinsing off what I just cleaned. But for the most part, I can see the bottom. And it's ready for many more bike builds. I got another one coming here. It's over on the rack there. Sneak peek. That should be coming soon. But anyways, I love this thing. I do have a link below in the description of where you can get one on Amazon. They're hard to find. I think there was only a few in there. So if you want to go get one yourself, it's really super handy. With the door, once you're done cleaning, you just shut it. And the great thing is it's got these retractable arms. You can slide those back in, and it's got wall mounts. So you can mount it You can see up here, it's got provisions to mount it to a wall. So you can take it up and mount it in your shop on the wall or garage, and kind of a great space saver. Real, handy, and I highly recommend it. All right, thanks for watching.